Hey there, card folk. Speed Robo here, and joining me on commentary for today's episode of Blitz Brawl is the Mad Ratter. How are you doing, my friend?
Hello, I'm doing pretty good. Oh,
Excellent. How was your holiday?
my holiday was pretty good. How about you?
Oh, no complaints at all. Um,
Oh, dude.
Taking a look at both of these lists, I think you might have some words to share on both Moonfasa and Patrick's builds. So why don't you get us started with some analysis of these Blitz lists?
All right. So Patrick is bringing, um, he's bringing Fire Fist Minotaurs. He's bringing a lot of big units, and in addition to that, he decided to bring two Vesuvian Warlocks instead of three. Uh, because of that specifically, what you will very likely see is that because his opponent has the Vesuvian Warlock advantage, he's going to have to play way more conservatively. He's not going to be allowed to play as aggressively because he is going to have to hold back because he can't afford to just root all of the enemy defenders like the Moonfasa's three Vesuvian Warlocks can. And also his Argog is going to be slower, so that kind of adds to it. That we're going to see is Moonfasa is definitely going to be the one that's going to attempt to attack and go for the throat, and Patrick's going to have to sit there and try and hold on and weather the assault, and that's what we're going to see.
Yeah, what do you think about this Black Dragon take?
Um, Early draft of Black Dragon. I mean, now that the Scourge Sorcerer can't enrage on turn one, it seems better, right?
Yep, for sure.
Yeah. But I would still say that I mean, it's unfortunate. It's the nature of Blitz. But if he had known that he was going up against Gath with double Vesuvian, I'm not sure he would have taken it.
Yeah, Vesuvian Warlock can just silence this Black Dragon, which could be pretty good. Double Fire Fist Minotaur I think is very interesting. I think Fire Fist Minotaur is an incredibly powerful card, especially in Blitz, because you have to have specific answers to it, which we don't really see in Moonfasa's list.
What's certainly interesting. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how well it's going to perform, considering just all of these control units that are just going to be like, oh, you have a valuable unit, no way to remove debuffs. Okay, it's not going to move. Okay, it's rooted. Okay, it's rooted, and just do that
Right.
3 times in a row.
Right.
So I'm not sure how well it'll do in this specific matchup, which is probably what we're going to see. Literally the first turn of the game, I predict is most likely going to be a Vesuvian Warlock moving up and rooting something, potentially silencing something instead.
A counter to that is Crag, Wyvern, and Goblin Flanker can potentially flank and take out these Vesuvian Warlocks. I think that's going to be what Patrick's going to have to look for fairly early on in this game.
Yeah, those flankers are they're surprisingly dangerous against the Goblin Archers.
Yes.
I wouldn't say they're particularly dangerous to the Vesuvian Warlocks, just because the Vesuvian Warlocks have so much range on their roots. They have 3 range on their roots, which is standard, but it's a lot of range that they can really zone out flankers and just be like, you can't touch me, you can't touch me. The Black Dragon Hatchling is also almost an accidental counterattack to Goblin Flankers. It functions as a ranged unit, but it does not take double damage.
Yeah. Dragon Hatchling also dealing that 2 damage, which is very nice.
Yeah. We're probably gonna see because we have Patrick attacking, which is it doesn't really matter in this specific game. I would say attacker defender is not as relevant as in other games because it's Gath v Gath, so there's very few like opening. Oh, I'm just gonna instantly kill something.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Less of that. If it were Gath Sylvan, it would matter way more.
Yeah. Sylvan's generally the faction that cares if it is attacker or defender. Erengard can, depending on build. Gath is here to kill stuff, so they don't care.
Yep. Ooh, strange Crag Wyvern take. He's taking it in the back so that way he can use it on round 2.
I like it.
Using it right now.
I actually think that's kind of smart.
Yeah. Well, for the Crag Wyvern to make back his investment, I mean, we know his target, right? His target is the Vesuvian Warlock.
Yep.
That's his quarry right now, and he's gonna have to eat 2. So just sacking it off isn't gonna work.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Also, that is something to consider. Is that that I didn't even think about is that it's possible that Patrick's first move is a waiting move with the Scourge Sorcerer. I think it's either gonna be the Vesuvian Warlock or Scourge Sorcerer, and it is.
I actually really like this too. Putting the brutality on Warg Rider. This is a putting the brutality on the Warg Rider. The next time this unit attacks, exhaust the defender. Nice stuff. Can be very nasty long term.
Yeah. He is. What's so nice about that as well is that it doesn't go around after the round is over.
Yep.
It's so intimidating that Moonfasa is just instantly, he says, I'm not going to deal with that. You are not allowed to move.
I like it.
Which I agree with, because we kind of know what that Warg Archer would have done, and it was looking at that Black Dragon, it was eyeing him up.
Yep.
It was eyeing him up pretty heavy, actually. So. Yep, and then the
going
immediate
for
root
a
back.
root as opposed to a silence.
Totally agree with it. I totally agree with that.
I don't know. I kind of would have liked the silence.
If you just look at the positioning of this Vesuvian Warlock, I would say he's probably not very long for this world.
Yeah, that's exactly like you could have kept your Warlock on F1 and kept it safe, silenced the Black Dragon, and still essentially taken the Black Dragon out of commission for the round.
Yes, for the round, but I think he's looking more at the broader picture. Patrick wants to slow down the attack because with 3 units, with 3 Vesuvian Warlocks, in 1 to 2 rounds, those units are going to be doing very, very little because they're going to be all out of mana. So anything that can just slightly slow down the attack is going to be really big. Yeah. I'm not sure. The problem I think that Moonfasa is coming to is that he doesn't have good waiting moves, because that's why he had to move that Goblin Archer. I don't think you want to have to move that Goblin Archer early, because that's one of the ways you want to kill that Vesuvian Warlock, is Goblin Lackey empowers it. So it's kind of, he's already in a hard situation. They both are. Both of them have very few passing units. I would say, Patrick has the Hound, I guess, and the other Warlock. But that's about it.
Yep, for sure. The difference on actions is not very substantial either. This is going to be a very close game.
I think they may have Gentlemen to go a little thicker in terms of their army, a little less thin, a little less actions. Just because I know that that's how Patrick prefers to play. I think that Moonfasa at least slightly agrees with him. I totally love it when people go scummy with all 18.
Oh, I love 18 actions. From the day I started playing this game, I've always filled my board with 18 small boys. I like the small boys. The first army I ever built was 17 Longbow Archer.
Yeah, but in this specific game, I guess it's almost looks like a 14 unit cap game with how few units there are.
I enjoyed 14 unit format. I thought it was fun.
That is interesting to me. He decides it's better to root the Warg Archer and save his Vesuvian Warlock's life later than it is to root the Fire Fist and be allowed to have wanton aggression.
I like the play. I like the play personally.
Yeah. Well. Now the question is though, right? What does? How is Moonfasa going to advance? He has to be the attacker because he's going to run out of mana first. So, how is he going to proceed? There are these 2 Fire Fists eyeing the middle of the board, so he can't really march anything in.
Well,
it's going to be hard.
He could, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Moving Argog to E5. I suppose, yeah, I suppose it's not so terrible. That's the square directly adjacent to the golden hex.
Yep, exactly. Right in front of that Warg Archer.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much I love that because. Oh, you're saying Patrick's Argog.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Fossa. I thought you were like allied pathing.
No, I was
E5, 'cause
thinking. Sorry, it was on Patrick's turn, and that's kind of what I was thinking about.
Yeah. Look at this is basically what you expect to see when you run a whole lot of Vesuvian Warlocks.
Yeah, no, this was going to be round one. It was going to be the Root Festival, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, because why wouldn't you?
Yep.
It is kind of interesting, though. I would say that Patrick's Argog, normally I really like speed, and that's still true here. But because neither has Omni Slash, I would say in this specific matchup, Patrick's Argog is slightly better. Because it has piercing against the enemy Argog's Worm Scale Mail, which can actually come in handy.
Which is huge. I think that's a big, big deal.
Yeah. So he just moves in the Goblin Archer. Moonfossa just moves in the Goblin Archer, takes a shot at Vesuvian Warlock. He says, whatever, if you're going to kill it, then that gives me more freedom to do things with my other units. If you kill it with the left Fire Fist Minotaur, then I get to move in my Dragon Hatchling. If you kill it with the left, or with the right Fire Fist Minotaur, then I get to move in my Hellbear. I'm just happy. That's what he says.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, yeah.
But the response to this is probably that's what the Crag Wyvern is going to kill.
Ooh, yeah, no, I was just thinking about that. I was like, what if the Crag Wyvern just took center right now?
Yeah. Well, I don't think that's
What if
smartest
Argog just took center now, though?
If Argog just takes center, I'm like pretty sure he dies. He doesn't have reflexes. So you use the Dragon Hatchling, Warg Rider 1, Warg Rider 2, and you're good.
Well, you've got two rooted Warg Archers to action stall for a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, but you have no way to heal him, so I'm not sure why that would matter.
Well, because then it reduces the number of things that your opponent can attack you with. Oh, hey, that's clever.
That's smart. That's smart. I'm not sure how good that is.
I don't know how good it is either, but it's clever.
Yeah, it's clever. I do not disagree with you there. Because I'm just thinking at this point, also something to consider is that Warg Archer that's rooted on Moonfossa's side can still target the Golden Hex.
Yes.
Just with his basic range. So whatever you put in that center is going to be eating a whole lot of damage.
Yep.
Though Argog is just Moonfossa's Argog, Moongog, if you will. It's just out of range to actually do anything about it. And that's what he's realizing now, that his Argog is actually not going to come into play this round, so it's going to be taking a reposition.
Yep.
Makes sense. Pass, yeah. Waste some time because he wants to exhaust the important units. At this point, you have to exhaust the Hellbear, I think.
Yep. That's what I was saying. Just sort of wait for a bit.
Yeah. Gotta exhaust the Hellbear. How do you decide to exhaust the Hellbear? Do you roar the Vesuvian Warlock into range of something? You can't really. Yeah, I think you just move it up slightly and pass it.
Yeah, push it up one hex, and that's what you do.
Yeah, this will take away a defender from the Golden Hex if he does anything that isn't a Hellbear.
Yep.
Is the problem.
Yep.
And the Hellbear is defending nothing, so...
Yep, exactly. Hellbear is the move right now. 100% correct.
I mean, sure. I guess.
I think this is not good.
I would say it's not as good, but it's not terrible either. Because I mean, you get the Fire Fist Minotaur out of the way.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Like, yeah, Fire Fist does just take the Dragon Hatchling. Yes, you do go 2 gold down on the trade, but Fire Fist Minotaur is now all the way over on the side. It's no longer doing a lot.
Fire Fist Minotaur and Hellbear are the 2 ways that we are going to see Argog die.
Yep.
That is not get hit by another Argog.
Correct.
I am not sure about this at all. What even is this? What is he trying to accomplish?
I don't. What?
Fair enough. That works. That makes sense, actually. He intends to kill either the rider, regardless of how the rider moves, which is the important thing,
Yeah.
or the Vesuvian Warlock next turn.
Okay. Yeah.
But that's fine. But the problem is, I really don't understand that rider move. It feels like it just puts it out of position. There is no backline.
Yeah, exactly.
There's like the Skorg, the Sorcerer, that's it.
If Moonfasa was fighting Sylvan, yes, good Warg Rider play.
Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. Oh no. Oh no, what? He's gonna... If Patrick goes first, won't he just Skorg Sorcerer force Argog? Yep.
Yeah.
Craig Wyvern kills Vesuvian Warlock, who could have anticipated this.
Yep.
Next turn, if Patrick goes first, okay. That works. Yeah, all the defenders have been
very
exhausted.
good.
Yep. No, but if Patrick goes first, what's going to happen is he is going to Skorg Sorcerer, make Argog punch Fire Fist Minotaur and die.
Yes. And Patrick is going first because of the skip.
Yep. So Argog's just off the board now.
Yeah.
Fire Fist Minotaur is also going to be off the board, but he's going to get to steal an action. Basically, it's gonna take a couple actions to do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ka-chow.
That one, I would have done the other one, but I mean, it doesn't matter. I guess that one's actually better. I guess I'm just bad at this game.
No, it's all good. I think this one's pretty good.
I think the other one.
One thing though is that Black Dragon has a very nice flame sweep.
Yeah, Black Dragon does now have a really nice flame sweep. He actually didn't need. Did he even need to go that close? Yeah, he did need to go that close.
He did, because the range on Enrage is only 2, which
a little pitiful.
Yeah, very very short range.
Ooh, the Warg Rider moved here because he knew that the Warg Archer was taking damage from the burn.
Yeah.
So he intends to kill the Warg Archer.
So he can kill the Warg Archer here, which is great.
These flankers are actually kind of scary now.
I mean, there's a lot of things that are hanging here. There's a lot of hanging pieces. Oh yeah, the brutality buff is still on the Warg Archer. Dang.
That's true.
Oh man, like you've got to kill that Warg Archer, or it just becomes a problem. All right. Back to the game.
So now what I think is that Warg Rider has to kill Warg Archer right now, or else Warg Archer just goes and exhausts the Black Dragon. He's very, very happy.
Yep.
After that, you can even sewer slide the. Yep, and that's Moonfasa agrees with me.
Mm-hmm. I think that's the way to go.
It's just the obvious way. Goblin Flanker taking out the Vesuvian.
I think that's like I was saying earlier. I'm like, Goblin Flankers can take these Vesuvians.
Yeah. I'm not actually sure about that one. I would have preferred to take it with the Warg Archer, I think.
Yeah, because the Warg Archer dies now. I can see it.
Yeah. Yeah, now the Warg Archer dies, and you lose an action and a little bit of extra gold. It's really not that big a deal, though, because I think the Warg Archer and the Goblin Flanker have the same plan, which is to kill a whole bunch of Warlocks. Okay. Fire Fist immediately takes the Black Dragon Hatchling. I guess he has to kill something, so that makes sense. I think Moonfasa is in pretty rough shape. He's going to have to do He's gonna have to have a big brain play with his Black Dragon for any of this to make sense.
Yeah, the Black Dragon still being around makes it kind of scary.
Does make it kind of scary. What do you do with that Vesuvian? Do you just hit the Fire Fist Minotaur with the Vesuvian Warlock? Do you just like hit it? No way.
Ooh, that's actually not bad though.
Yeah, but no way, you don't, because the Warg Archer can do it instead. And
Yeah, you could just
Vesuvian
root
Warlock's last bit of it.
root Fire Fist right now. I think that's probably
No,
better.
I don't think you root it. The reason why I was saying, do you just hit it, is because if you just hit it with the Vesuvian Warlock, then the Flame Sweep will kill the Fire Fist.
Yes, true.
But what I think you might do is use the Vesuvian Warlock to root something else, possibly Argog? Okay, that doesn't really make tons of sense to me. Why would you ever need to
kind
do
of
that?
into it because the Goblin Archer is gonna die.
Yeah. Oh, he was protecting the Black Dragon.
Yep.
I see.
Yep, exactly.
So now what? He can technically kill Argog and be okay.
Yep.
He can just decide to sack Argog off at this point.
So I kind of like Black Dragon coming in and flame sweeping some stuff. And then
Yeah.
Hellbear can just take the Fire Fist.
That's true. Oh! Range!
This is a
Range,
nice
Ratt.
flame sweep.
That is a good flame sweep. Though, not the one I was anticipating. Huh. What just
Oh.
happened? Oh,
Yep.
he used Inner Vitality. Okay.
Yep. Spending
Yep.
2 mana.
Yep.
I like it.
This is the eternal problem with Swift Strike Argog, by the way, is that he runs out of even the ability to charge so quickly. Which, if
Yeah.
you don't have something like Omni Slash, it's really bad news once you can't charge with Argog anymore.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, the other one is dead, so I guess you can't say much of the Velocity Greaves either. Like, whatever. Short-term versus long-term investment. Yeah, Warg Archer takes Warg Sorcerer. And now we're looking at a pretty strange endgame that I would knee-jerk say is favorable for Patrick. That Warg Rider is going to be so annoying. Okay, now it's round 3.
Argog
gets
is
taken
dead.
off the board. Argog's dead. No way to save him. It's Moonfoss's turn. That Warg Rider might be the thing that swings this in his favor.
It might be. It might be. That Warg Rider play that you weren't sure about from Moon
sure
Fosses
about.
turned out to be pretty dang good, actually.
Yeah, it was actually really good. I didn't realize how important that would be. Like just to kill basically a free Warg Archer. I also thought it didn't matter that he took it with the Goblin Flanker instead of the Warg Archer, but it looks like that would also matter now.
Yeah. These Goblin Flankers have also been doing a lot of work this game.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, okay, so I feel like the Fire Fist Minotaur is dead this turn. The question is how does it happen? For Patrick to win, never mind, actually. I no longer think that this is Patrick favored, now that I'm looking back at the
I think
board.
Moon Fosses swung this back in his favor, yeah.
I don't think that it was swung back in this. I think it was always in his favor, and I just didn't realize.
And we're just and the reason why we're on commentary and not out there is because we couldn't see it. I think that's fair.
No, it's because this is what I didn't realize. The Fire Fist Minotaur, who cares? Who cares about the Fire Fist Minotaur? The Fire Fist Minotaur can do nothing. The Hellbear can lure it repeatedly. and Patrick is the attacker, so he has to, he has to actually hold the hex. So basically, what this comes down to is the Black Dragon just 1v1s Argog, and he will win that, and that's it. That's the end of the game. There's just other pieces, supporting pieces. Moon has more, and the Fire Fist just doesn't matter because it just continuously gets roared back and it can never actually hit a Hellbear without dying. So it just doesn't actually have it. So he has to. So somehow, Patrick kind of has to pull a rabbit out of his hat.
Yeah.
Has to do something with Argog. I don't even know what at this point. Hellbear takes a thing. Okay. Goblin Flanker, I guess. A little irrelevant.
So I think Spike Collarhound has to deal a damage to Black Dragon.
Deals a damage to the Word Archer instead, which I do not understand. There's nothing on the board. Oh, he wants to kill it with the Goblin Flanker.
He wants to kill it with the Goblin Flanker. So if the Spike Collarhound dealt the damage to Black Dragon, 2 hits from Argog kill the Black Dragon.
That's still irrelevant, though, because the Black Dragon just fire breaths it and says, now, Argog, you can't hit me.
Yes. But...
I guess Argog Inner Vitalities.
Yeah.
So that way he can hit him. Though the problem is then, Moonfasa says, I pass with everything. Next turn goes first, Black Dragon hits Argog back and kills him.
Yes.
So it's kind of irrelevant. However, I will say that you have to see that coming, right? That the Goblin Flanker isn't going to survive.
Yeah,
okay.
There's no way it was going to survive.
That might have actually been... Unfortunately, this is just solved because Patrick has no method of dealing with the Hellbear.
Yeah.
Yeah, Patrick has no method. This is a solved endgame because the Hellbear just sits in the middle and roars whoever off of it, and nobody can actually fight it.
Yep.
So I guess this was a really quick game. They both moved very quickly.
Well, I mean, it's Gath v. Gath and Blitz, so...
But I mean, the time on their clocks is high still.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he moves Inner Vitalities. I'm still iffy about that. This is just really, really hard from Patrick's perspective. You're now thinking about how do I make my opponent make more mistakes instead of how do I win the game
Basically.
by playing well. Like, how do I put my opponent in a really tricky position? Has to go first, okay.
Yeah. Moonfasa wants to go first. I get it. I think Fire Fist Minotaur just... I don't know.
I think he likes... Okay, I guess that makes some sense.
Yeah, I get it. But I don't think it's good.
He just sits there. No, I mean, he's trying to make the position as tricky as possible because he wanted to say, Hellbear, I know you wanted to charge Argog, so that way Black Dragon can finish him off.
Man, Omnislash would be nice right now.
Omnislash is the best 2 gold card in the game.
I think the best 2 gold card in the game is actually 1 gold, and it's called Nature's Bosom.
I think the best 1 gold card is Tree Strike. I think the best 2 gold card is Omnislash.
I hear your opinions, and you are entitled to them.
Yeah, sure. The best 3 gold card is Blade Echo 3.
Yes, oh, definitely.
Okay, so now...
Yeah, okay, so Fire Fist Minotaur gets shot.
Fire Fist Minotaur has
now
to go
what?
now. Fire Fist Minotaur has to go now. What does he hit? He's thinking, okay...
He could kill Hellbear, I guess.
Yes. This is basically Patrick's thought process.
Oh, stinky.
Yep. Here's basically his thought process. He says,
This is stinky.
I either kill the Hellbear, and if I kill the Hellbear, then, that's cool, because the Hellbear is dead. But it's also problematic, because the Black Dragon just 1v1s Argog, and then I immediately lose the game. Okay, so Patrick basically resigned.
Yeah, Patrick, this is game loss. Yep.
Yes.
Good
Obviously,
game. Really,
that it wasn't
really good game.
Yep. By the way, the reason why Argog decided not to run away is because obviously what happens is Hellbear just goes into the center and Argog no longer has charging, so can't deal with it.
Yep, exactly. Well played to both players. Thank you all very much for watching this lightning fast round of Blitz. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.